Hello and welcome to a new episode of Short Comic Introductions. Now, today I will talk about a comic many already have heard me talking about, but not in the case that I have introduced you to it or have talked a little bit deeper about it, because mostly I talked about Transmigrant Interdimensional Taxicab servers, these comics, when the packages from the Kickstarter projects arrived. This is a comic I have found through Kickstarter, and or let's say it this way: I haven't or wasn't part of all the Kickstarter campaigns from the beginning. I somehow missed the very first Kickstarter somewhere in 2016, and I jumped on the wagon when issue 2 and 3 were when the Kickstarter for issue 2 and 3 started, and since then I'm really a big fan of this comic for very different reasons, and this is the time I want to talk about it. Now, like I said, this episode wasn't planned at all. At first, I really had I thought, because today I got issue 5 from my custom office, that I only will do another unboxing Kickstarter about this, but I was a little bit. I wasn't really sure. Again, I want to be honest. I wasn't really sure if I should do it, because I did it. Again, I did it almost every time, and it's always almost the same, really the same, or really the same content in every box I got, because I never changed the backer reward, and yeah. Like I said, I wasn't sure, but I said I wanted to do it at least to show the poster and the drawing I got from David Gunawan in this case. But then I found something a little bit different in the package, something that really, after opening it, I saw immediately. There was a small note in there, and yes, I'm really happy to say this note changed everything for me today. And I said, you know what, it's time to do this, and it's also time to do something I wanted to do for quite some time, but never really got to it, because I didn't have, or at least until now, I didn't have a reason to do it. But we will come to that at the end, because there's like I said, there will be something special at the end. There's something I want to show you that not many people have seen so far, and also I have to announce something that has to do with this series, and somehow also to do with this comic. But let's start at the beginning. Let me introduce you to T.I.T.S, a comic that I really really love for very different reasons, and I really hope more people find out about this one, because this is really really fun to read, and has so many different things that are just. Let's say it this way. This is again a very good example for indie comic, and how indie comic should be. And let's cut to the chase. So yeah, like I said, this is a Kickstarter comic, and the first issue was released somewhere in August 2016, and I wasn't a part of it, but this comic was created by Colton and Casey Sorrels, and is penciled by David Gunawan, and the colors are done by Eve Amadour. And what's this comic all about? Let's put it this way. The comic is about what you get if you put together a disgruntled Seattle police department detective, carefree, mischievous, and always intoxicated cosmic cabbie, and a cosmic navigator who is irritable, grumpy, and somehow looks like a cat. We have a very, very great cast. This was also what really got me to this comic, because when I first saw the second and third issue from this comic on Kickstarter, the reason why I backed it, or why I got interested in this, I really was interested. What's this all about? We have these three characters, and I really had no idea what I was going into, but all the informations about them, and the bios about Starlar, the detective, Blotter, the cabbie, and Skitscats, this navigator, sounded really, really crazy. And also the idea to have to have a taxicab service that's somehow going through time and space a little bit. Yeah, it reminded me a little bit to be honest, at Doctor Who. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. Not a really Whovian, but I really watch it a lot because I love the stories that come out of it. And so yeah, this was a reason why I really got interested in this comic. And yeah, after the first campaign I backed was over, and I got the first 3 issues. I really fell in love with this because, like I said, the characters are the characters are amazing. I really love the humor. The humor is very direct. Let's say it this way, but it's not this. It's absolutely over the top, but really fitting into the whole scenario and the way all these characters work. There are a lot of, how to put it, cliches, but they are written in a way that you don't mind. You know they are there. I mean, what do you think if you hear about a police department or a detective in this case who is, let's say, has its own methods and how the chief thinks about this, or how some of the colleagues think about it, and that's the same here. You get these kind of cliches, but not the way that they are really great integrated. They work from the beginning on, and again, I never had the feeling that they were just written in there to have them, or that they are just written in there because no one had an idea what to do with it. It's really absolute. From this case, I have to say, I never had a feeling that anything that was put in there was just put in there. Every set piece, everything really works, and this is almost and this is really great because they go they do one thing I really love, but I also know it's very hard to do because you have to try to get this together, because you have Starlar, who has her own storyline, in let's say it this way. Then you have Blotter and Skitscats, who have their own storyline, and also we have an android who is introduced in the first issues called mischievous, and also he has his own storyline in like I said in quotes, because all these storylines interact between each other, and they cross between each other, and they have and always through the comic. These there aren't very much pages in there, but trying to get all these different storylines or to jump from storyline to storyline to work, it's very hard. And I have to say, they really nailed it. They did it. They did a great job with writing these storylines that you have interest to read them, and never have the feeling that it's just something. It's just there. It's absolutely feels very natural. Every set piece, every time a story part is done, and they jump to another one, you never have the feeling, okay, what am I missing? There are only the cliffhangers, and yeah, cliffhangers, I have no problem with really good cliffhangers, and there are 1 or 2 really great ones in there, especially in issue 4, where I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, this let's get it this way. This issue. There's a really amazing fight between 2 of our protagonists, and it's absolutely done really great work from the beginning to end. And there is something very special happening at the end, and it stops with a cliffhanger, because in issue 5 we are back to Blotter and Skitscats and their crazy story about some, let's say it's a hippie concert, and where this is going. So I want to know how the story continues, and I want to know how every story continues, because because we have, on the one side we have, like I said, Starla, who tries to live her life in some ways and gets somehow put into this whole crazy mess that Blotter Skitscats are into, and Mischievous is into. We have Mischievous, who tries to find someone in this timeline or in this world line, and we have no idea who it is, and he's not the brightest bulb of his or not the brightest creation, and also Blood and Skitscats, they try to find someone who would, or at least they also try to find someone, but they always get sidetracked for different reasons, because drugs and so on. And I want to know where this is all going, and it's, like I said, it's not that I want to know where it's going because I just want to close up everything. I really want to know where it's going. It's really the way the story is written and the way the story is told is absolutely fantastic. You always have this feeling. You want to know how, like I said, you want to know how it's going on, and when the issue is over, you said, "Oh man, where you want to know." You wait to the day that they announce the next Kickstarter, that the next issue will come out, just to get to the next part of the story. And like I said, it's really an amazing thing, and it has the way they are all the things they integrate in. Like I said, beginning from some like Skitscats, this cat who's very, very grumpy and always somewhere on the edge to really explode, and Blotter, who's just and being partnered with Blotter, who's just this carefree guy who's always drinking, always trying to get drugs. The way these two interact, it's like I said, it's amazingly written, and really great to see these characters. And also, this is something you normally don't see in a mainstream comic for different reasons. Sometimes or mostly the mainstream comics try to gather there for all the audience. They try to, how to put it, to put a little bit PC into it, and this is what I love about many indie comics, that they just do what they want and nothing more. And this is, like I said, this is an absolutely fantastic example for this, in many ways. But not only the story is fantastic, also, and this is also something I really enjoyed, the artwork. David Gunawan is a fantastic artist, and this is also the reason why I'm really happy to have backed all the, or until now, all the projects where I get the drawing, or where I did the drawing of a specific character. And the newest one I got, just to show you what I mean with this one. I hope you can see it on camera. I can't tell you. This one is Blotter, and it's amazing what he does. He's sitting in some kind of what to put it? It looks like some parts of his taxi, some kind of robot suit he's sitting in, and it's really looks amazing. And it's not, like I said, it's not only these drawings. It's really the whole comic who looks fantastic. It's the artwork, also the energy that's in there, the motion that's in there. Again, I come back to to issue 4, the whole fight scene that's in there. It's really absolutely amazingly drawn, and the colors or the color work of Eve Amadour is also absolutely amazing. I'm really fascinated how to put it. we have 5 issues, and the quality is going up with every issue. It's really fantastic, and this is also something that I found very interesting, because after checking out all 5 issues, the first issue, when I opened it, the first issue had this feeling of indie comic. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not, I don't want to talk smack about indie comics, but it just had this feeling that this is a comic that was released from someone just printed out, or let it print, and like I said, even from a professional printer. But the whole design, everything, it just felt like an indie title. If you have seen this cover, you immediately knew this was an indie comic. And going now from the last 2, at least from the 5th entry, this is a comic now from the feel, from the look. If this one is sitting somewhere on the shelf, I wouldn't immediately say that it's an indie comic, and I wouldn't immediately say that it's an mainstream comic. I would say it's a professional done experiment or to try to get it out, and I really love how the quality has get better, or is getting better and better in the whole case. So it's definitely one I really recommend to check out if you're into more exotic and chaotic storylines with great characters, even if they are not at first lovable, let's say it this way, and crazy storylines, like I said, and great art. And yeah, it's definitely check it out. You can't read it free. That's the only drawback. So you can only get them through the Kickstarter campaigns, but also they have a Storenvy site. I will link it down below where you can buy these comics and also some extras. And definitely, if you have the chance, this is an indie comic I really highly recommend checking out. It's really if you don't have problems with drug use, let's say a little bit more violence and also some dirty speech, then yeah, definitely read it. It's really a fun and fantastic read. So yeah, this was everything for the moment, or the introduction to Transmigrant Interdimensional Taxicab servers. Now, like I said, there are 2 things I wanted to talk about that have to do with this one, and the first thing is, now like I said, I love this comic this much that I will continue them in any way, because I want to see this one continue and ongoing, and because I don't want just to sit there every time the package comes and just say, here, look, the new comic, I got it, and the new drawing or something like that. I decided I will do a little bit different, or a little spin-off of this short comic introduction series, where I will talk about the single issues when they come out. I won't spoil it again, but I will try to talk a little bit more in depth about them, what I think, how the story continued, how the graphics have changed, the art has changed, if there's something like this, and I will do this. These will only come out when I got these comics, and this isn't the only comic that will get this treatment. I will talk about another comic shortly, and so we have 2 series where I talk about the oncoming books. And I really hope to see more about them, not only from this series, but also more series in the future, because again, these are these examples that I'm always talking about when I talk about what I love about indie and webcomics, because they normally go ways the mainstream tries to avoid in so many ways. And yeah, I'm really happy to have found this one. I know it's not a comic that everyone will enjoy. I will admit that there are some themes that not everyone likes, but I will say this one is really a great contender for sleeper hit in so many ways, and I really hope they get more attention for it, because yeah, it's really an amazing story, and I hope with my channel with the videos that more people will find out about it. So yeah, again, this is just a spin-off, and now to the last part. Like I said, when I opened the package, there was a small note in there, and or let's say it this way, the reward tier I was in is what said there. I get 2 issues of the comic, meaning I got one signed and one unsigned one. I just showed you the unsigned one. I got this amazing drawing of David Gunawan. I've got, let's do a small Kickstarter unboxing. I got the cover of the 5th issue as a poster, and I've got 2 more posters that weren't in the description because they aren't released yet. Yeah, I got 2 exclusive comic or 2 exclusive posters here with me that are coming with the next issues, the next Kickstarter projects. I'm really happy. I'm really honored to got them earlier, and I have to say there are even more. When I saw at least the next one I will show you, I was stunned. This has to be one of the best covers for now I have seen from all these from all the 7 issue covers I have seen now. This one is definitely the best one for so many reasons. This is an amazing cover. I'm really not joking. This one. It's really amazing. Seeing Blotter there, seeing the Minotaurus there, seeing these kind of maze in the background. This cover is absolutely crazy and amazing. I don't know which cover this will be from which issue, but I already know it doesn't matter how the rest will look. This is my favorite cover for the moment, and yeah, I really if you're backing the next the Kickstarter where this one is the cover issue, I highly recommend getting this as a poster. It looks absolutely fantastic. And the other one, yeah, I think I should have changed them, but also this one I really like for so many reasons, because we see all characters in there, but the situation, Skits gets in the background on the table, looking like he's drunk. Starter there, just looking somehow not knowing what's going on. Yeah, Ishivia is trying to I don't know what he's trying to do with Blotter, who's just trying to find his cat friend, and yeah, also the small orb in the bags down there. Again, I really like the covers of all the all the issues. I can show you the other ones just quick. The first one, yeah. Okay, now I will admit, if you have seen the other ones, the first one looks kind of boring. But to be honest, this is the first issue, and for that it looks. I think it's really a fine cover. And the second one was more the action-oriented one with Starla dual wielding. Then we had. Starla tasing Blotter. Oh, again, I really love the motion in this cover. And last but not least, we had a very I really like this one because yeah, this one just again from the motion, and it shows what's going on in the comic in so many ways. So yeah, Starla against mischievous It's really amazing. So yeah, again, a big thank you to Colton and Casey Sorrels and for creating this unique comic and sending me these 2 posters up front. It's yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really thankful for that, and I'm really hoping you guys get more attention for your comic, and I hope I can help you in any ways like this. And yeah, and, all the other viewers, I really hope you find a new one. You have enjoyed this this video, and yeah, try at least think about trying this comic out, and yeah. Hope it's as fun for you as it's fun for me to read, and yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. And always support your favorite artists. They need any help they can get, because believe me, they the work they do, it's always it's always a lot of time they really spend for that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.